In this video, we dive into the recent developments surrounding the toxic baby food lawsuits that have been gaining momentum across the U.S. We explain the history of this litigation and why there's a renewed interest in 2024 in toxic metal baby food lawsuits. We will also talk about potential settlement amounts if this litigation is successful. Let's start with the history of this litigation so you can understand where we are now. In 2021, there was a shocking congressional investigation report that revealed that several well-known baby food brands contained alarmingly high levels of toxic heavy metals, like arsenic, lead, and mercury. The presence of these metals in baby food is particularly concerning due to their potential to cause severe neurologic damage to infants and young children. This report led to a surge in lawsuits filed by concerned parents who claimed that their children suffered from autism or other neurologic conditions due to exposure to these contaminants. But these early baby food lawsuits lost a lot of steam for two reasons. First, the medical literature began to suggest that acetaminophen or Tylenol caused brain damage, injuries, and autism in the same population of children. This prompted many lawyers to focus more on the Tylenol autism litigation as opposed to the baby food lawsuits. Then, the big baby food case that was heading to trial in California was suddenly dismissed after the judge found that the plaintiff's experts did not have enough science to go to trial. Now, in 2024, the toxic baby food lawsuits have gained new momentum. Why? Again, two reasons. First, the Tylenol autism cases were dismissed in federal court. Second, lawyers who were despondent about the California loss eventually realized that that defeat was really limited to the specific facts of that particular case. So now there's a new effort to form a baby food class action lawsuit. Plaintiffs' baby food lawyers have submitted a motion to consolidate all related cases into a class action MDL. However, this move faces opposition from the implicated baby food companies and retailers, such as Gerber and Walmart. A similar attempt at MDL consolidation was made and eventually denied in 2022, but the MDL panel judges may look at it differently this time. What would a baby food class action lawsuit look like? Well, technically, it's not a class action, but an MDL. An MDL consolidates individual cases for pretrial proceedings, allowing each plaintiff to have their own separate case that can potentially go to trial independently. By contrast, in a traditional class action, all plaintiffs are represented as a group in a single lawsuit. Let's talk about potential settlement amounts if this litigation was successful. Now that's a big if, of course. There are no guarantees where this is heading. And estimating settlement amounts for toxic baby food lawsuits related to autism is particularly complex and speculative, because autism lawsuits have no prior cases where autism was the primary injury that we can use for comparison purposes. Lawyers often looked at settlements from similar types of cases to gauge potential compensation. In this situation, birth injury malpractice cases involving permanent neurologic damage offer the closest comparison. These cases can involve substantial compensation for lifelong medical care and lost earning capacity. The average jury payout in birth injury neurologic cases is $1.2 to $5 million. However, toxic baby food cases are going to yield lower settlements due to the challenges in establishing causation and the defendant's limited ability to pay without facing bankruptcy. And the reality is that class action lawsuits won't result in settlements that a standalone birth injury case can command. So we're projecting settlement amounts in the $150,000 to $1 million range for the strongest claims with severe autism or brain injuries. Our law firm is seeking new clients who believe their children have been affected by these toxic baby food products. We are specifically looking for cases involving children under the age of 6 who were born after reaching at least the 26th week of gestation and who have been diagnosed with autism or a related neurologic condition. The brands at the center of these allegations include, but are not limited to, Gerber, Beechnut, Earth's Best Organic, and Happy Baby. If your child fits these criteria and has consumed any of these contaminated products, we urge you to reach out to us at 800-553-8082.